Hello, everybody. My name is Gabriel. I work at IPT, the Institute of Technological Research here in São Paulo, Brazil. And I'm here to present you the role of soft landing hubs, especially in Latin America, and the solutions that we've been developing to help companies internationalize their ventures here. So basically what we're going to go through today is Soft Landing Hubs 101, the basic idea of soft landing hubs, the typical services offered, and then I'm going to quickly present to you a case study of our soft landing hub here at IPT. So basically, what are soft landing hubs? These are programs designed to support startups, usually looking to expand their businesses and their ventures and grow in new markets, and usually abroad in countries different than their home country. So instead, the idea is that instead of a hard landing, a potentially catastrophic landing, a soft landing is designed to help them minimize the risk and soften the impact, furthering the chances of success in these new ventures abroad. And this is usually done by a local and well-established partner, usually a research institute, a learning institute, or a business center, that helps facilitate the startup's introduction into this market and innovation ecosystem that is a novel ecosystem for them. So this is the basic idea behind the soft landing hubs. And usually the services offered range from cultural support to help them understand the local context, bureaucratic support to help them understand the local laws, certifications necessary to further a certain product in the market, how to get their own personal documents, how they can get their company operating in this new market. Provision of connections to the ecosystem, so who to connect to and when to connect to these possible partners, how to meet them, what are the best possible combinations of partnerships to further a certain product. Business intelligence to help them understand the opportunities that these new markets present to them, the risks involved, the possible competition, and so on and so forth. And last but not least, infrastructure and office space, because when a company is going abroad, they don't want to waste time looking for an office space, trying to rent this as a foreign company, as foreign people. So this is usually a major waste of time that companies have abroad, and soft landing hubs can offer this facilitated access to office space and certain times to infrastructure as well, to help these companies that are already facing a challenge by going abroad to focus on product development, market and partnership development, and the things that matter most for their growth and successful ventures in these new markets. As a brief case study, I'm going to present to you our soft landing hub at IPT. So IPT is one of the most established research institutes in Latin America. We have an open innovation hub and program that has been operating since 2020, so mainly 3 years of operation. And the main focus of our work is hard tech and deep tech companies, so tech-intensive companies. This in contrast to other innovation hubs and centers that usually focus on software development, more quick and higher turnover companies. Tech-intensive companies require more research, require more time, more funding, and usually they are more prone to risk on these ventures, especially abroad, because of the requirements for testing, product development. They are usually much more severe than the requirements for software development products that are usually quicker and easier to adapt. So we've been doing this work with industry, society. We're a state-owned company. We work a lot with the government, but we are mainly focused on developing industries and society's challenges through technological innovation. We've been doing this for over 124 years. And our main focus is R&D, but we also offer test trials and analysis, inspection and monitoring, metrological solutions, certified reference materials, technological education courses. So the scope of acting is pretty big. Really because of this vast experience that we have. We work from the nanoscale, so as you can see from our business units, we have bio-nanotech products, we have energy, building and housing products, advanced material development, digital transformation products. So our scope of acting goes from the nano to the scope of the city. And this broad range of acting is accompanied as well through research infrastructure, labs, tests and trial facilities. And as you can see, we are very tech-oriented with this deep tech resources as well. So what we decided to do in our Soft Landing Hub is bring the Soft Landing Hub program into our Open Innovation program, where companies can be a part of this open innovation ecosystem through our Innovation Hub, where they don't have an actual physical presence, but they can be a part of our events. They can be connected to these companies that are coming into IPT. And we help them manage their open innovation projects, further the technological developments through our researchers and infrastructure. And we also have the innovation centers, where companies bring their research infrastructure into IPT's campus and co-inhabit this campus with us. So the idea is that we have today this campus of over 60, 70 buildings dedicated to R&D projects. We have all of these major companies here co-inhabiting this campus with us. And we are next to one of the major universities in Latin America, the University of São Paulo. This whole environment is very tech-oriented. We have all the facilities necessary for companies to operate, and we saw this as an opportunity to bring companies from abroad and to also help launch companies from Brazil to soft landing hubs abroad as well. So we put forth this program for soft landing at IPT, understanding that this is an environment that fosters the exchange of ideas, that has facilitated access to these research infrastructures, that has the connections on a day-to-day basis to help further product design, development, and the reach of these new markets. So what we offer here at IPT, we saw that we needed to offer a couple more services because of these specificities of tech, deep tech companies. So apart from market research and intelligence, which is one of the basic products, we also offer technological readiness evaluations to help companies to understand if their products is ready for market. We can also help them understand the viability of their technological products, their whole tech footprint and the business viability as well, to understand if their whole business idea is viable in the environment here at Brazil and the market that they want to explore here in Latin America, for example. We help them with matchmaking, since we have all these companies in our ecosystem and we have these companies right next door to our offices on a day-to-day basis. Matchmaking is usually very productive for us. We can actually get people to meet in hours' time. So it's a very interesting service that can be offered to help connect these companies to the right major companies, the right research partners, the right sources of human capital and venture capital as well, to help them further their product development here. So we also can help companies when they are going to develop a new market abroad. They need to adapt their projects sometimes to adapt to different operational requirements. So a company that has a physical product, a physical technology, might need to adapt their requirement for different certifications that might be necessary for different operational conditions, climatic conditions, humidity conditions. So this has to be done through an R&D environment, and we can help regionalize technology through our infrastructure, which is very specific for this sort of thing. We also accelerate technologies, so the companies don't need to have their product ready in their home market to bring this abroad to Brazil. We can help them bring a prototype here and then custom to this market, design this product already focused on this new market that they want to explore. We can also help them certify this project, providing tests, trials, the certification procedures that they might need to actually get this to a market-ready level. Also, one of the major advantages that companies cite when they come to our soft landing hub is the access to infrastructure, labs, the maker spaces, and the actual researchers that we have at the Institute. This is a major positive point as well. This ease of access reduces the cost of hiring for them, reduces the cost of actually implementing new and more adaptive innovations that might be required for this new market that they want to explore. So their pivoting ability is greatly enhanced when they have access to all of this infrastructure without having to have this in-house. And we also help them access funding opportunities. So we have decades of experience working with funding agencies here in Brazil. We're very well connected, and we can receive government grants and tax incentives to work with R&D projects. In certain configurations, we can help companies, for example, invest a certain amount and triple or get up to 10 times the amount that they invested in a certain product development, depending on the arrangement that we do with funding opportunities, so that they can further the development of these products with government funding, tax incentives, and easier access to funding opportunities, so that they don't have to invest all the capital by themselves. And last but not least, we also help companies with local bureaucracy and legislation to understand what they need to reach these markets and how they can operate here without any hindrance, and also offer language and cultural support, not only to the companies, so they can better adapt to the Brazilian environment, but also to our researchers. Whenever we want to further the relationship with foreign markets, we help bring in part of the culture of this foreign market, part of the language as well, to help foster bilateral agreements with taking great care with this cultural context and language barrier challenges that might pose in these types of partnerships. So this is the basic services that we offer at our soft landing hub. We usually do this connecting two other partners abroad. So IPT works as the basic hub here in Brazil. We usually connect with a landing hub abroad as well. And this works both ways. So we can provide funding from Brazil. Usually the soft landing hub from abroad provides funding from abroad. And these sorts of arrangements usually work with bilateral funding, bilateral market research and opportunities. So this is a constant communication that is established between soft landing hubs, and this international collaboration is very important because we create the channels in which companies can transverse these barriers and exploit these new markets without having to be exposed to higher risk, without having to invest so much capital, without having to waste so much time. So the whole idea is get this done faster, cheaper, and with lower risk and higher rewards in these new ventures and new markets. So this is the basic idea. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I'm going to leave my contacts here. If you need to contact me, please feel free. Thank you.
Hello again, and thank you very much for participating in this class and this topic. It's a pleasure for us to have you with us in our program. So I would like to thank you again and just say that the ENRICH in LAC Center, it's an association that's located in Latin America. And obviously we put together, as I mentioned before, we put together Europe and Latin America. As a center, we coordinate this, we coordinate the services, and we are at your disposal to support you in any time, in any sense, to make possible our main objective, which is innovation, internationalization, and make sure that we come to the reality and projects that will benefit not only our business and our companies, but also the whole humanity. Thank you very much for being here with us. Bye-bye.